Hi, I'm Karen Meltonbury, Chief Editor of Computer Graphics World magazine, and we are here at Siggraph 213, and with me today is Fabrice Robinet. Robinet. And he is from Chronos.
Yeah, I chair the COLLADA Working Group at Chronos.
Great. Now tell us, I think a lot of people know who Chronos is, but tell us a little bit about them.
So Chronos aims to bring a layer on top of the silicon to bring good software and API using the silicon and graphic card.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a consortium with which manage OpenGL, OpenCL, all these API widely used in millions of devices and phones, like also OpenGL ES for the API, and it's a standard and royalty free, and many companies are contributing to it.
Okay, and there's an anniversary going on here at Siggraph that where your group's is celebrating.
Yeah,
is that right?
The OpenGL ES anniversary. It's a very important milestone because OpenGL ES has been here for 10 years, and it empowers all the phone and all that. But I'm more here, specifically to discuss about COLLADA today, and I think it's good that you touch base with the market guys at Chronos to get all the general topics and all the general updates. Yeah.
Okay, let's dig into COLLADA.
Yeah.
Tell us what is COLLADA and why is it useful?
So COLLADA brings an interexchange between 3D tools. It solves this hard problem. So when you have different tools like 3ds Max, Maya, SketchUp, whatever, you want to interactions files, and you need a way to represent everything in it, from the geometry to the physics, and it carries all this data, and you can then go from one tool to another, and bring this format, which is COLLADA, into the workflow and transform it to your application. So it's a really fundamental piece for graphic artists and programmer. It has been here for a long time, and it's actually kind of the 10th anniversary of COLLADA as well, because it was thought and brainstormed in 2003, and it was actually brought by Sony at first, and it was gave to Chronos. And after that, which is interesting, is to see the evolution of things. And now COLLADA is an ISO standard, so you see this progression of things going through Chronos, and now it's used even so. It's very important for graphics, develop programmers and animators and all that, but because it's also an ISO standard, and it was announced in March, I think. It's also very important for the industry because it's here for a long time, and it's used in automation and with big machine, and people can build a car using COLLADA. Actually, it's very important to see the very bright scope of COLLADA. So from computer games to the industry, that's the standard, and that's ISO and Chronos standard.
Okay, and why really should people be looking at COLLADA, and how's that really going to help them?
So as I said, if you want a way to represent your data and integrate your 3D data into your pipeline, you need to agree on a way to represent it, and you need a format which can host every kind of data. So we actually have many pieces now in place and reinforce COLLADA position, because you have COLLADA, which solves the interactions between tools, as I said, and now there is also another standard made by the COLLADA Working Group, which is GLTF, the Graphics Library Transmission Format. So you have a complete workflow from the graphic artist who export a file from a 3D tool to the application, where the application will typically target OpenGL-based API, whether it is WebGL, OpenGL, yes, and you need to make some transformation on the assets to bring this to the API. So GLTF does that out of COLLADA, but it could do it also out of any other formats. But what is important to see is Chronos is bringing the whole ecosystem from end to end to the 3D authoring tool to the end user application with GLTF, which was announced in March too, and it's so it's a graphic library transmission format.
Okay, and where can people get more information about COLLADA?
So the first place, the place to start with is usually the Chronos website, chronos.org, and you have also collada.org to get more specific information about COLLADA. And that's for general information, the specification, and now there is also an effort from Chronos to work closely with developers and reinforce the COLLADA position with developers. And there is also an open source project which is called Open COLLADA, which is hosted on GitHub. So that's for the developers. Also, so chronos.org, collada.org, and the Chronos Group GitHub repository.
Okay, and is there anything else you want to add for our audience about COLLADA?
I think we covered the latest updates, and I thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.